The whole of the
Mercy.
girl take them, could they?
Jesus of mercy.
Man,
So nobody never hear.
I come on her knee. Chop out her knee.
What a wicked fucking man.
Nah, man,
She dead, man.
She dead, man. She dead. You know, see how like the whole of this so cut.
She
What
dead,
a
man.
wicked box. Nobody
She dead,
fucking-
man.
When people hear people and make excitement and feel.
People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. The voice note that you just heard is of an incident that occurred in Bulbe, St. Andrew, wherein 42-year-old Sonia Campbell was lim up, C0P up, STABBED up by her common law husband. Common law means that you and that person has been in a relationship for 5 years or so. Don't know if this is official, however, it says her common law. That common law is now on the run based on what the news is saying, based on updated information that I got. They held him in a place called Falls Part. Don't know if that is true, did not validate or verify the information. Based on what the Popo report is saying, on Friday in the evening, Miss Campbell under common law had some sorts of disputes. Him draw for the farm utensil and him CHOPR up, our knee pretty much lick out, our neck, nearly take off our neck off our shoulder. One cross the mouth, whole of the teeth them, not whole of the teeth them, but a whole lot of teeth was right on the spot where they found her. Numerous amount of CHOPPINGS. Needless to say, the Popo intervened. When the Popo intervened, everybody telling the Popo, listen, Miss Campbell is a very nice lady, hard-working lady, mother of such and such. However, those children are now without a mother because Miss Campbell made the mistake that a lot of Jamaican women all over the place make. They're in relationships that are not the best, ABUSIVE. However, then pretty much look the next way, they allow the buffoonery to continue. Whenever you're in any sort of relationship and this starts, usually it never stops. It usually escalates from bad to worse to worser. So therefore, do not sit. Once you start to see that sign of ABUSE, then it tells you it is time to hit stage left. Get the HELL out, because the life that you save could be your own. Miss Campbell was not able to do so. What makes this situation, if it was not bad enough, worse, is the fact that a next lady tried to intervene. When this lady tried to intervene, she was also CHOPPED up. However, not to the degree in which Miss Campbell was touch up. So people, can you imagine? This man is in such a rage that he pretty much came to take away this lady. And even when somebody was trying to talk sense, trying to part it like we say, that person almost lost her life also because she was trying to save Mrs. Campbell. Now, in the voice notes, you also heard some people say, and people actually hear all of this because, let's face it, whenever anybody is getting lim up or CHOPPED up, and them a ball for them living life, you know that they are going to make a whole bunch of noise. However, in Jamaica, it seems as if we're definitely not our brothers and sisters' keeper. And even when we hear our neighbor in a danger, our neighbor being ABUSED, we would rather to peep through the window, listen at the keyhole. However, we are not going out to assist. And that is why a lot of persons lose their life. However, you also saw that a next lady that intervened trying to be good. She almost lost her life. Herself and Miss Campbell were taken to the hospital. However, Miss Campbell's INJURIES were so bad that she did not make it. She was pretty much DEAD on the spot. However, people, you know that you cannot pronounce anybody unless you're a medical doctor. So even when that person is laying on the ground with all sorts of hole in them head, all sorts of C0P on them neck, on them hand, around them ankle, around them back, they are still considered them have a chance. However, she succumbed to her INJURIES. She's from a place named Virgin Gully, which is close or In-R0BBER. The Elliston Road Popo is asking anybody with any sorts of information, and like you heard in the video, the people must say, then people are hear this. However, like I said before, people are looking out for number one nowadays. People probably know that this man is a violent, well, obviously he is, character. So therefore, they must say for themselves, as she probably put herself in that situation, she know how the man stay. However, she refused to leave. However, sometimes persons are caught between a rock and a hard place, especially when you are not independent. So I say this to say that if you are independent, can pay your own bills. However, when you are reliant on a man, even if that man is ABUSIVE, women tend to put up with the BS. Sometimes, a lot of times. So therefore, do not put yourself in any sorts of situation if you know say you're not on a job. Do not make this man breed you up and tie you down in a sort of house like any sort of goat, because he is going to do or say whatever he feels to say to you whenever he gets the opportunity. And if he gets jealous or get in a rage like this man, he will end up taking away your life. And that is the case in this case. Point blank and period. Now the next part of the video is called Wolves in Sheep Clothing. You cannot differentiate the pawpaw from the thief, the crooks, the gunman. Now people, there was an incident in Manchester the other day, a place called Porous. Notorious SHOOT out and robbery at a supermarket. An officer, a constable, his name was called up. He was taken into custody, he was questioned and released. Pretty much, a police name should not be called up in any sorts of robbery. So whatever it is, whatever gave the popo an idea that this man have some sorts of criminal intention, it was bad. However, them free him up, so therefore a man is innocent until proven guilty. However, maybe about 24 hours ago in Old Harbour, it is said that two men posing as popo in all sorts of popo vests pulled over a vehicle that is owned by Seprad. Seprad is one of those food distribution company. In that truck, it is said to be millions of dollars of cooking oil, all sorts of oil. Based on the information, it is said that when the popo men acting as popo pull them over, people see the vest, them know say a serious time. If you avoid the popo, you might get some CAP in your ASS. So therefore, these persons were on their legal job. So if the popo pull them over, make them check the paperwork, make them check the contents of the truck. However, this was not any sort of random or regular check. This was hijack pirates on the highway style. It is said that the driver, his co-worker, and also two sidemen, they were tied up. They were bounded, meaning them hog tie them tie up them mouth, them tape up them mouth. However, the people managed to untie themselves, run and call the po-po. Surely by then it was too late. All the contents of the truck was gone. The po-po did an operation, special operation. When them do this operation, them find two of them on them. One of those person was a po-po officer. Now people, if you've been listening to my channel, you know that I am not only book-wise, I am also street-wise. So therefore, my spidey sense tells me that there is something into something as it pertains to this. There's a saying in Jamaica, down by puss in a bag. So therefore, I am assuming that these men posing as po-po officer, even though one of them actually is or was, they would not just pull over some sorts of random truck. So how would they know what was the content of this truck that made them pull over this specific truck? It is either or. Either there is some employee working with SEPRAD, that person gave them information, or one of the trucker, his co-worker or the sideman, tell the criminal them, meaning the po-po, that listen, we are leave from Yasso with a whole bunch of goodies in the millions of dollars. You know what to do. It is called NFL, meaning interception. Now people, what NFL interception means is that by the time that product, that truck leaves from separate distribution, before it gets to its destination, intercept it. That means block it off and take it away. Take the contents, tie up those individuals that might want to intervene and save the people and product. However, luckily for these men, they were not taken out. They managed to untie themselves. Now people, like me tell you, this is what we call works. Works is a term that come from these people that snatch people, drugs, whether America or Jamaica. Somebody in that truck was playing along with the game, meaning that them know within themselves, say listen, them now go kill me, they might kill the other people, but I will be safe. However, me have to act along as if me no know where I go on, but people like me say, somebody in a separate or somebody upon the truck, maybe more than one person, know exactly what is going on. The good thing is that while them intercept the people and product, the po-po intercepted them, arrested them, took them into custody. More than likely, somebody is going to talk. The good thing is that we take off one of those rogue, corrupt, evilous, wicked po-po that is in the force. Many more to go. Hopefully, as the days goes along, we will get them out, either by the hook or by the crook. Read between the lines, point blank and period. Thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos straight to the point, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, word to the wise. Whenever you are rising in life, there's always going to be a set of vipers. They see your potential. They realize that your ceiling is in the stratosphere. Because of their insecurity and because of their hate. Because they realize that persons appreciate them for who they pretend to be, which is actually not who they are. For them to feel as if they are up, they are going to do everything within their means to bring you down. Point blank and period.